let's get right into the Zelda. The first real Zelda, really. Oops. Uh-oh. So yeah, I played about the first 40 minutes of this game. I turned it on to test it, and it turns out it cold opens like the last couple Zeldas have. So yeah, tried a little bit, got past the tutorial, left it at that. Still gonna do the intro again because it's cool. It's exactly what they advertised, but it's cool. Something that streaming Spirit Tracks yesterday reminded me of. Uh, I really like ambitious mid-budget Zelda games. Cause like Spirit Tracks is really ambitious for the DS. In a way that I don't really think A Link Between Worlds was, and A Link's Awakening remake definitely wasn't. But this, like, just playing this for a little bit, it really hit me like, oh yeah, no, this is a new Zelda game. Like, it's like, it's hitting the same way that those old games did. They're still making them. It's not gonna all just be exactly like Breath of the Wild. And I say this as someone who likes Breath of the Wild a lot. I feel like because of Tears of the Kingdom getting a lot of criticism lately, I come off more like a Breath of the Wild hater than I actually am. Regardless. Yeah, you start off playing as Link. Although it did hit me really, like, early. Kind of a problem with being genre savvy, I guess. Oops. I realized this is definitely just Sword Fighter Zelda at max level with these weapons, because they let it out that you can level them up. God damn it, another thing I've really got to figure out what's going on with Automod. It's going crazy. Breath of the Wild is dog shit in so many ways, and also a masterpiece that's so fascinating. I mean, that's the frustrating thing about Tears of the Kingdom for me, is that, like, I really like Breath of the Wild, but I looked at it and I thought, like, oh, this has a ton of room to grow. So if they make an iterative sequel, then surely it's going to turn out really great, because they're going to look at all those flaws and come up with cool, unique solutions to them. And then it turned out that their solution was actually to just say, no, it was perfect the whole time. Oh yeah, right. I was wondering what's throwing me off. The A button is item in this. It feels wrong for Zelda. Oh, hold on. Dr. Amazing, nice to see you. How's it going? Breath of the Wild makes a solid case for balance when compared to Tears of the Kingdom. The fan bite kind of ruined it. Yeah, that is kind of a problem. Like, it ended up being too open-ended without enough incentive, and that's kind of the thing, is that Nintendo really struggles with incentive. So, they really just banked on the idea of people are just gonna love building so much that they're gonna do it for its own sake. Remember when we thought Tears of the Kingdom would be like Majora in tone? They outright said that. They said it was going to be a darker Zelda game. And so people were like, oh, so it'll be kind of like how Majora's Mask was darker than Ocarina of Time was. But then no. Like, I feel like there must have been like, it's weird to say this about a Nintendo game, honestly, but I feel like there was development issues. I think it was probably also just like they spent a ton of time on that insane physics, but like that insane physics engine. But like, I don't know, it feels like there probably was meant to be some more darkness to it, and maybe more ambition to the story. And then they're like, actually, wait, but we could just make it like Breath of the Wild, which was perfect to begin with. something neat. You can kind of see little elements of it here already, but it becomes more prominent when you're actually playing as Zelda. They have that kind of Breath of the Wild thing going where the enemies are more reactive too. They kind of respond to how you do things in the environment around them and stuff. Oh, hold on. And Tears of the Kingdom doesn't act like a sequel in a lot of ways. Yeah, no, that's... I mean, I drove that bit into the ground with Spirit Tracks yesterday because that game keeps on acknowledging Wind Waker and saying, like, oh, you remind me of someone I knew a long time ago, and having, like, a mural of Tetra and stuff, and, like, actually just acknowledging the previous game and not acting like that would confuse people. It's weird. So, it's you again. Ever the troublesome one. Only this time, your presence serves me. So I like, there's like only this little bit of dialogue in this intro, but they cut this out of the trailer specifically because it kind of gives away the whole game. Now I'll end you both. Something I like about this era of Zelda, and I guess kind of Nintendo games in general, they're actually willing to just start with like something that is, it's not like super hard, but it is like a real boss fight. It's like, this is a very simplified version of the patterns that Ganon usually has. I would build more for my own sake if it wasn't prohibitively expensive. Yeah. That is the fundamental problem with Tears of the Kingdom. It just costs too much. Wrecked. The exploration in Breath of the Wild is kind of the main thing. Fanbite basically expedites the exploration and turns it into go from point A to point B. Yeah, and I think that's intentional. I think that Tears of the Kingdom made a lot of decisions with the idea of, we want to make it so that getting around ramps up faster because it's a sequel. And we don't want to just do the same bit over and over again of like, you have to work your way up to having enough stamina and other resources to get around. But at the same time, like, there's so little reason to use vehicles too, and that's just such a shame. Oh, I almost forgot. I really need to get into a better habit with this. Thank you, Buff Woof Guff, for following, and Soshini1. Here we go. Zelda's breaking through the glass ceiling. You got the swordsman's cloak. This is the hooded cloak the swordsman in green dropped. It would almost completely cover your face if you wore it. I like it. This actually just cuts the gameplay so fast. It jump scared me when I was playing it last night. So I will say, having played Spirit Tracks just yesterday, I'm a little bit disappointed Zelda's a silent protagonist in this. It's just kind of serious tradition, I guess. Not that there's ever been anyone you play as besides Link. But I like it when Zelda has a personality. I'm sure she'll have some characterization through actions and dialogue choices and stuff. So that's kind of how things go now with Zelda. But I think it would have been kind of neat to play a Zelda game where you're playing as someone. God, another... Automod is so inconsistent. It's weird as fuck that she's silent in this. Yeah, I don't know. It's cute, honestly. I like it, but I would have also liked it if they'd gone the other route and had it her be like I had this be like I don't know. That's kind of the thing with this game in general. I like a lot of what it's laying down, but I wish it was like this is what a Zelda game is like when you play as Zelda, and it's not quite going for that. I don't think. I feel like removing the process of the journey is really the issue. Breath of the Wild forced you to work out how to get there, and the environment and the enemies were obstacles, including temperature. Fan bike just outright negates all obstacles. Yeah, definitely like one of the most distinct memories in Breath of the Wild for me was the early game just trying to figure out how to get across like icy water and stuff. And there is really nothing like that in Tears of the Kingdom, because there's like even if you were to encounter that, there'll just be a bunch of planks of wood and some fans next by so you can make a raft. Like, that is kind of also the thing is, like, I've said this since Breath of the Wild 2, Nintendo is at odds with themselves by trying to have an open-ended system, but also trying to control your experience. So, like, you run into an issue of, like, Tears of the Kingdom especially, it just feels like a giant map dotted with dioramas. Oh, Princess Zelda, oh, you're safe. What a relief. You're not injured, are you? We were sick with worry. A whole week is a long time to be missing. We thought you'd been stolen away like all the others. The soldiers searched for you every day. Princess, play with me, play with me. I'm so glad you're back. But now one of those icky rifts open up here, too. Princess Zelda, now that we've arrived, please allow me to welcome you back as well. May I suggest you promptly speak with the king? I'm sure he'll be deeply relieved to hear that you've returned safe and sound. So happy to have you back home, Princess Zelda. May I suggest you seek an audience with the King of Hyrule? I'm sure he'll be overjoyed to hear that you've returned safely. When I heard you were back, my sigh of relief could have knocked down a house. I'm so grateful you're alright. You should go rest up. I'm glad you're safe, except I don't feel so safe in general lately, owing to that new rift in town. I've heard there are more monsters outside as well. I wonder when we'll see peace again. Now that you're back, I can scratch that worry off my ever-growing worry list. Although I'll never forgive that evil creature who took you. He is staying on my resentment list. We're also happy to have you back, Princess. Everyone was worried you'd been stolen away. Princess, play with me, play with me. Princess, please don't ever go away again, okay? So, you can actually explore this whole town, and all the houses have insides and stuff, but it's all basically the same stuff. But yeah, like I feel like Tears of the Kingdom, you can really feel it specifically with the guy who holds up those signs, and you have to find ways to balance them. And I feel like that really gives away the whole thing of like, there are like areas that have something dropped into them. And then like, that's it. Like everything you need and everything that will ever come of that is in that space. And that's the extent of it. And I think that really hurts the feel of the whole world and design in general. Ah, sweet child, such a relief to see you safe. Welcome home, Princess. Eagle-eared viewers might notice that this is yet another remix of the Link to the Past castle theme. I must say, your loyal Impa felt so flustered that I could not save you myself. On top of your kidnapping, Rifts have been appearing over. It's a source of much fear. I am certain your return will be a great comfort to the people during these troubling times. You've always been quite spirited, though I didn't expect you to make it back on your own. Well, I am so overcome with emotion that I have spoken out of turn. Off you go now, the king awaits you. In the meantime, I'll draw a nice hot bath for you to enjoy when you're ready. Princess, I'm so relieved you're back. Oh, Princess, what an absolute joy to see you safe and well. Despite that joy, I feel ashamed that we were unable to find you. On behalf of Minister Left and me, please accept our apologies, Princess. General Right, Minister Left. I appreciate your sentiments, but let's not dull this joyous moment with our regrets. Zelda, my dear daughter, you did well to return to us. Come closer so I may look upon you. Ah, I am so relieved. You are healthy and whole and well. So tell us, Zelda, what happened to you? The swordsman in green saved you from a fell beast, quite a tale. I think it's really interesting. Link's not known here. Like, not even Zelda. It's just the swordsman in green. I think that's really cool. But after defeating the monster, the swordsman was taken by a rift. It's him we have to thank for saving your life. So he was pulled into a rift. Another one stolen away. Indeed, I hope he is safe. Stolen away. A tidy phrase for a terrible fate. Being taken by a rift. An unsettling phenomenon. Our fair Hyrule has continually been plagued with these rifts and disappearances. As you know, rifts have been appearing for a long time, claiming our young ones. Indeed, so many children have been stolen away, we've remained vigilant. But despite our best efforts, we've never been able to prevent the rifts from appearing. Ultimately, those who've experienced losses have been left to contend with their grief. Now, I've been receiving reports about people disappearing in every corner of Hyrule. And it isn't just children anymore. That's justifiable. Adults are disappearing too now. Hold on. Guys. Still haven't quite figured out the lag issue. I've been kind of down on this game just seeing footage, but I hope it's still fun. Oh, also, hello Cloud K9. How's it going? Yeah, I've gotten good vibes off this game the last couple of trailers personally, but we'll see how it goes. Tears of the Kingdom's design feels like every obstacle is akin to a locked door, and we're letting you build your key, which would work if the game didn't have a master key, which is wild. What's wild is the devs realized light breaks the game and made gliders expire, but somehow missed fan bike, or at least hoped you wouldn't be uncovered. Yeah, I don't know, because I honestly really don't like how gliders and stuff have timers. Like, I hate how things are just hyper disposable in Tears of the Kingdom, because it makes the resources you have to put into them feel not worth it. Hope it's actually fun and not Tears of the Kingdom where fun but not if you think about it for more than a minute as you're playing. I think this game is going to be much, much more rigid than Tears of the Kingdom. I think the top-down angle is going to make it so that they can account for whatever you can do with whatever you have, and every single solution is going to be something that the playtesters have discovered and accounted for. That's my assumption. What could be causing this uptick? For now, we should also work on finding the swordsman in the green tunic, and with haste. Your Majesty! What is it, soldier? Urgent news. The rifts. They're causing serious trouble. Oh no. Please, soldier, what are the details? Ah, yes, Your Majesty. Look at this. Only the power of an SSD could do this. Seamless loading. Oh yeah, so I've mentioned it in the past in a couple different places, but I should establish the core ground rule to this game, which is that if you can summon Wolfos onto your team to attack for you, then it's an immediate 10. I like how the game makes you feel like a tactician setting down chess pieces. I mean, that's probably exactly what they're going for, so that's good. Firstly, we received word that someone in Southern Village was swallowed up by a rift. I really want Link to just be the SAX in this game. Oh, me too. That was my first thought. Like, they need to capture the horror of what Link as a villain is like. Like, they needed to show, like, oh yeah, no, if Link wasn't on the side of courage and justice, then he would bring Hyrule to its knees in seconds. He has bombs and arrows and all kinds of weird doodads. Then we received news of dark monsters attacking people in Hyrule Field. That is troubling news indeed. Thank you for your report, soldier. Tell the rest of the battalion to prepare for departure immediately. Yes, Your Majesty. General, Minister. Sire. Minister left. Continue your investigations into the rift phenomenon. I am expecting you to find a way to save any and all who have vanished into the rifts. You can count on me, sire. General Wright, I leave the monsters to you. Prepare your troops and head into battle. Wolfos are in the game, but very tough for this part of the game, for that part of the game. I mean, I kind of wanted to find that out for myself, but okay, that's good. Game's a 10 out of 10. The crisis must be dealt with. Continue looking into the rifts and locate those who have been lost. Guards! Lock her up immediately. Lock up the princess? My daughter created the rift you see behind me. We cannot leave such horrible power unchecked. So, like, I really like it when there's, like, an evil version of a character, but they have, like, the same rough mannerisms and memories of the original, so they can actually, like, blend in somewhat. I always get disappointed when they do evil versions of characters and they, like, don't speak or they don't have any of the traits of the original or anything like that. I think that's so uninteresting. Really love how he tosses Zelda out of the way so fast. Yeah, he cares. I feel like that entire scene is just there to show, like, look at how absurdly hyper-benevolent this king is. This is, like, in a realm of, like, uber kings, like, all the kings in Hyrule, basically, are very noble, like, fairy tale kings. This guy is, like, in the top echelon, at least. Really love the cold open to this game. Yeah, I feel like they've been doing good cold opens in general with the last couple Zeldas. I do kind of just like having a title screen, but yeah. And like honestly, just like the premise of starting the game on like the end of some typical Zelda adventure is just like, that's always fun. Whenever I say it like it's like a super common thing, but like it is like the thing to do when you want to subvert your formula. I always love the idea of the unseen adventure. Disturbing though it may be, General Wright and Minister Left bore witness as well. Nod. Well, don't just stand there. Lock her up at once. Yes, Your Majesty. All Hyrule Kings tend to be terrible parents. Rome, Daphnis. So this king's easily the best one? I don't know, because there's quite a few, aren't there? I guess a lot of the times they just die or are generally unseen. Like, we don't really know what the deal with... It's Daphnis again in Minish Cap, isn't it? What else is there? I think there's a king in the Oracle games, but we barely even see Zelda in those. Yeah, I don't know. Why did we lock up the princess? What could the king be thinking? You haven't heard? Apparently she's the one who created the rift in the throne room. What? There's no way. So then, she might be responsible for all the other rifts? Yeah, they'll just keep popping up as long as she's around. There's even word the king plans on putting her to death to save the kingdom. So, clearly the Silent Realm, or whatever it's called, was intervening because because Hyrulean kings are supposed to be bad dads, and they overcorrected. I just can't believe the princess would be the cause of these things. You can see me? My name is Tri. That blue monster, he caught me too. I've been watching you since then. Is that a Coco? Probably the exact same inspiration. It's something to do with like Japanese folklore, I'm pretty sure. But yes, they probably looked at Sonic Frontiers and thought, wow, that's how you do an open world game. We gotta just take a couple notes, maybe poach a few devs. I followed you here to this castle. Oh yeah, I should ask. What's your name? Zelda, got it. Zelda, your life is in danger if you stay here. Like Daphnis in Wind Waker was a great character because he's developing a foil to Ganondorf in that they're both old men clinging to the past and using the new generation to get it back. But at the end, Daphnis realizes it was wrong and chooses to take a gamble on his... Hold on. There's lag, so I can't scroll down as quickly as I'd like to. Gamble on his granddaughter to give his granddaughter a future. Yeah, I feel like I was kind of like passively aware of this as a theme, but it really got cemented by a video. Oh, I forget his name, but there's a person who makes a bunch of really good video essays, and the one about Wind Waker talks about how Zelda, like people always criticize Wind Waker for how when Tetra becomes Zelda, she becomes a non-entity and like a non-factor of the plot, and like loses all her agency, doesn't really do anything, has no character. And the thing that they bring up is like that's all because of what the king does, and it doesn't work. Like he forces this onto Tetra on the assumption that he can make things go the way he wants them to, and it just completely falls apart, and Ganondorf is able to just capture her. And yeah, I think that is like an interesting thing of like the idea of not reinforcing. What's the word? Just enforcing the past and the structure of old Zelda, and saying like, no, we can't have Tetra. We have to have Zelda. It's the Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good video, but I can't remember who made it. So I guess that's where this tangent ends. You all heard of Frontiers is just Breath of the Wild. Now get ready for Zelda is Frontiers, actually. Oh, is Liam Triforce someone? No, it's not them. I want to say it's Skyhoppers, but I don't think that's quite right. They made a video about Super Paper Mario that's really good. The person who put here is the king, right? He told you to hurry. He told someone to hurry and prepare for your execution. Once I heard that, I figured I'd better tell you. The king and the other two got pulled into that rift. The three that came out seemed weird. Oh, you noticed they seemed weird too. You think they're imposters? What an odd word. Anyway, it's too dangerous for you to stay here. I think if we could save the people who've been taken into rifts, we could reveal the truth. But none of those people will be able to get out on their own. We have to save them together, Zelda. But first, let's save you. Let's get you out of here. I like that bit, it's cute. You can't get through the bars? Huh, that's interesting. Let me help. You borrowed the Tri-Rod. It's a mysterious rod the same color as Tri. It's warm to the touch. It's not the same color. That's a different shade of yellow. I can create echoes of things in this world. I'm not sure what will be the most useful to you, but I'm sure this will come in handy. Go up to something that's shimmering, and then press ZR. You learned the table echo. Good job. That's how you learn things. Anything you've learned can be echoed with Y. Shh, we don't address the rod color? Is it controversial? Look at that, perfect job. What you created is called an echo of wisdom. Press ZR when you're near an echo to erase it. If you want to erase all your echoes, hold ZR. Miyamoto's in your walls? I'd hope not. I haven't forgiven him for Sticker Star, as much as I'm past that. Now we can escape. Let's go. Something that I think shows off the difference in design philosophy right away, damn it, is that going over to those guards doesn't just give you a little scene and then you get shut back in jail. It's reactive. They just notice you and chase after you. And then if you get away, you get away. If you don't, you don't. And now we're having the classic Zelda starting stealth mission. You learn the wooden box echo. I'm glad this menu at least exists because, yeah, they're about to show it now. There's the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom menu method, and that's not great for how it works in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know how it would work with as many echoes as this game seems to have. Tears of the Kingdom made me very afraid of horizontal menus. So, the other day I broke a pot to test a theory, and General Wright came running. I'm sure he gave you an earful about it. Actually, no. I threw the pot kind of far, and he ran to where he heard it break. Ha! General Wright is a simple man. Uh-oh. Damn it. The guards are surprisingly aggressive, like they're faster than you, just flat out. Yeah, even just now, there's so many echoes you get just in this tutorial bit. So like, I don't know, I'm glad this menu is here. General Wright, ancestor of the sign guy who thinks basic physics is a form of magic despite working for a construction company. I mean, there are a lot of things that a lot of Zelda characters think are impressive that are not necessarily. Princess! I'm so glad you're safe. You're not hurt, are you? I can't even imagine what His Majesty is thinking. Claiming that you created that rift is preposterous. It's imposterous. What's that? The king, general, and minister are all imposters? And your friend Tri made you a tri-rod, was it? I see. Zelda can make use of the rod's power. Where might Tri be now? You're here all on your own? I think you're the only one that can see me, Zelda. Interesting. The world is truly a mysterious place. Why do you think that the triangle's shadows are circles? Well, come what may, I will always support you, Princess, no matter what mysteries unfold. We better not dally. The phony king is speaking of executing you. We need to leave, and quickly. You'll stand out in your current attire, so I've brought something for you to change into. Oh, but what is that blue fabric sticking out of your pocket there? I see, it's the cloak of the swordsman was wearing. The size seems workable. It will do a fine job shrouding you. Quickly now, before you are spotted. It's symbolic. You got a disguise. It's light and flowy and conceals your identity nicely. It smells like a musty dresser. And now you can spin. You should be able to head along now without worry. The princess is missing. Find her. Boss needs me to come in early. Gotta work later. Well, see ya. Thanks for dropping in, Dr. Amazing. It seems we have company. Leave this to me. Lady Impa, who is that over there? It isn't the princess, is it? You like recent Zelda games letting you wear a sick hood? Yeah. I mean, hoods are just inherently cool. They just look good. You can put someone in a hoodie and it'll suit them. And so obviously when you start adding like a cloak or a scarf or something, it just adds to it. If it is, you must stand aside this instant. Stand aside, No, I don't believe I'll be doing that. I like the turn to her back to specifically show you that Sheikah emblem. Hoods, capes, and scarves are the trifecta of always cool no matter what. Yeah, I'll co-sign that. Here, princess, take this with you. You received a log, even though that's clearly a book. This log was given to you by Impa. There's a folded map inside. It's a big-ass map. Make your way to the house marked with the... Whoop. Tell them Impa sent you. They'll surely help you. This way. Ahead you'll find a shortcut that leads to out of the castle. Use it to make your escape. Hurry now, princess. We will see each other later. So yeah, Breath of the Wild UI is here to stay, it seems. Like this whole setup. It's got a little bit more style to it, at least. I don't really like the hyper-minimalism of the Breath of the Wild UI, but I really, really love old Zelda UI. Like, I really love it. I love specifically those big, like, chunky menus full of empty slots that you get to fill in as you play the game. I love it. Oh, bed. I don't know who needs to hear this, but for 10 Nintendo Platinum points or whatever, you can get a bed as your Nintendo Switch avatar. Wait, actually, physics in action. You cannot drop beds. They're fragile. Skyward Swords might be my favorite. Seeing all those weird shaped silhouettes. So there are two versions of that too. I assume you mean the Wii version. But like I think the HD version has a different thing. So yeah, this is Zelda's one unique personal action. Instead of being able to roll, she can spin. Oh, so yeah, we're getting the return of those 2D sections that we had in old 2D games. That sounded really dumb. In the like top-down Zeldas, they'd have these sections where you were side-scrolling. Remains to be seen if you'll be able to get a Goomba to appear, though. Love Deku Link spin. It's no Deku Link spin, let's be real. That's a really good spin. Zelda colors, it's like 95% 2D. I mean, wait, no, that's not Zelda colors, that's Zelda 2. Like, we already got that. It's already a real thing. If anything, it's more like the Mario Galaxy spin, the way it works underwater. Always enjoyed those 2D sections from Awakening. Yeah, I like the 2D stuff in... it's basically just, yeah, Link's Awakening in the Oracle games. Another rift. Rifts have appeared occasionally for a very long time. Mending them is our job. Except, my power alone isn't enough to take care of a large rift like this one. Let's get away from it for now. Oh, I'm really outpacing it this time. This Zelda is really cute. That part really sold me when I saw it last night. Speaking of, as of this exact moment, I'm caught up to where I made it to last night. All blind playthrough from here on. All fresh experiences. You're awake. Good. Let's go. Learn the rock echo. Not to be confused with the boulder echo. Completely different element. The physics-based direction of Zelda is honestly really interesting, and they've proven that they can do some really, really advanced stuff. So I think they've earned it. Where are we? Maybe that map thingy that person gave you can help us figure it out. I mean, okay. It's not a ton of information. It's a pretty empty map so far, but I'll fill it in. Oh no, a Zol. It noticed you. Zelda, can you fight monsters? No. You learned the Zol Echo. This is not going to be useful for much at all. Did you learn the echo of that monster? Defeating new monsters leaves a shimmer, which allows you to learn about them just like you just did. And this menu's already getting pretty thick. Zol to Zol communication. Look at them. I wish they would do the Kirby Superstar thing. And yeah, no, they're that's I don't know. I think that's really adorable. But I wish they would have different palettes for the versions that are on your side. That'd be nice. Oh. Oops. Alright, what kind of items we're looking at? Of course, the starting game, 20 rupees. Every Zelda game's gotta have it. Wow, that was terrible. Good thing I can make more. Uh-oh. Didn't work. There we go. I'm glad it's just when you beat a new enemy, you get them. It's not a random chance or something. An unmoving aquatic monster with hard spines that can pierce metal. It's important to check these because it's going to tell you how they physically work, and that's important. Honestly, this song that's playing right now is kind of giving a very low-key version of the, I think it's called Sword Search, the song that plays at the start of Link's Awakening. Oh yeah, I can just swim. It's crazy how Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Link, he just plummets into the water if you've been sprinting for 5 seconds. Well, that just goes to show that Zelda is more powerful. Now you gotta build my hearts up. Actually, I wonder if this game, I didn't count how many hearts Link had. But I wonder if this operates on uh, like Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild heart piece amounts or the classic 20. I'm sure it's not the classic 16. They haven't done that in a hot minute. Oh, wait a second. It's kind of weird not having to earn the ability to swim, but I guess the game's kind of open-ended like that. You gotta let you just swim around. Wait, where am I supposed to go, actually? Hold on. Oh, probably right there. There's plenty of stuff just lying around. I don't actually need to, like, echo everything, but it just feels like I should. Uh-oh. Can a Zol handle this? It can. I don't know why the collision's having such a hard time there. You learned the Keys Echo. Nice. So actually, surely once you get that ability to just like bind with whatever thing you've created, then that must just become like flight, basically, right? With the keys, right off the bat, right out of the gate. Man, I'm a heart piece finding champ. Wonder if this is going to be one of the games where they expect you to, well, not expect you, but let you get a full heart container before you've been to a dungeon. This Zelda is actually really, really capable compared to most Links. You usually need like special gloves and like all kinds of other stuff to do these basic actions. You need flippers to swim and stuff like that. Is this our main theme? I think it might be our main theme. Oh, wow. 50 rupees. What are they gonna do when they get to the hard puzzles? How much money am I gonna need in this game? I guess I gotta make smoothies and stuff in this. Alright, what are we looking at for the first town? Welcome to Southern Village. It's usually nice and quiet here, but now things are terrible. If only Link were here. Who the fuck is Link? Link is a young fellow from our village. He's better with a sword than anyone. He helped us with a lot of problems, monsters, weeds, you name it. But he's gone off on a journey, right when we need him. How curious. Link wears a cloak like yours. Ah, Link. I hope you're alright. If only Link were here. What happened? A rift appeared north of here, and it grew so fast that one of us got caught inside. What's worse, we can't even run to Hyrule Castle for help. The rift is blocking the way there. If only Link were here. G2IL. Please, you stay safe out there. Meet Echo. And now, just like that, Zelda has the power to defeat Luffy from One Piece. Weed Echo. We're pretty upset around here. One of us villagers has been caught in the rift. And we can't escape either. The forest nearby is crawling with monsters. By the way, people react if you break their pots now. Technology has advanced. The rift is huge, and it's terrifying, being so close to our village. It could be in Southern Forest too. A strange old man lived there. I hope he's okay. You got the Trambampoline Echo. Hey, Panty Zombie, how's it going? Zelda's day out has been going pretty well so far. Look at all these echoes I got. I also got word that there are Wolfos in this game. Let me steal it. Gimme. Floral nectar. Oh, okay, so things are expensive. That's why they give me 50 rupees. This potion is an ancient formula that has been used throughout history to restore health. I wonder if this game takes place like post the other Zelda games, like not as far forward as Breath of the Wild, but like I wonder if this is still meant to be like a further along part of the timeline. Wolfos, I say. I do say that. Man, I miss heart pieces. Like, spirit orbs are functionally the same, but it is so satisfying to get a heart piece. So yeah, they're loading you up with utility right away. You got a trampoline, you've got meat, all your essentials. I got a trampoline. What a great gift. You can play with it too. A rift swallowed up one of my neighbors. There must be something we can do, besides pacing. I think this game has pretty good pacing. That really looks like it's supposed to go somewhere, but I guessn't. Maybe there's like a thing you can do, like maybe there's a shovel or something. A shovel echo, I guess. Oh, nothing here. Whoa, huh? Okay. I can get behind this. We're gonna start Wind Wakering? Can I stealth run this game? Oh, good thing I didn't. 5, wow. One of those cost 30, I'm pretty sure. This item can be used to recover hearts, but is more effective when mixed into a drink. Got a sign echo. They stand all over Hyrule. I guess they do. Southern Prairie, Southern Forest. I keep pressing Y to like cut grass, but that's not the right button. Hey Zelda. I like how casual Tri is, honestly. It's a really interesting vibe they've got going. Have a look at this. This waypoint has been recorded. You can now warp here using the map. Alright, it lit up. These are waypoints. We use these a lot. Who's we, actually? They haven't really gone in on that. Rifts can appear all over the place, so we use them to travel quickly around the world. Once you interact with one, you can travel to it at any time. I'm sure it'll be helpful. After activating Waypoint, you can jump to that location on the map. Waypoints can be found in lots of different places. If you spot one, make sure to check them out. Alright, that's some pretty good progress. We even found out about who this mysterious person named Link is.